Mr. Trot, are you going to attempt to heal him? I don't have the capabilities.
Heal who? Like,
What?
there's two hymns right now.
I, um, I think I have Mr. Snowcap stabilized.
And I think this one, and I'm gonna, like, just nudge Yagrum. Yeah, he doesn't have a pulse. Also, he's they're damn near split in half with the large beam of energy you shot at him.
You'll have to forgive me. I can't quite restrain an attack when I am retaliating from being attacked. It's a damn shame.
I mean, he did take a swing at you and Snowcap. So, are we trusting the body not to stand back up again?
I don't know. I don't rightfully trust any bodies in this area.
Fair enough. I'm gonna squish the head.
Oh. Is that a strength check?
Wait, do a strength check.
I'm assuming just a flat strength check.
Okay. As you do that, you seem to you hear something within your mind, but regardless, you go and do it to see what you got. Okay, you managed, since the Akron was fairly injured in the fight and did have some cranial damage. You were able to kind of push around with where the soft spots are and kind of press in those soft spots and kind of a little bit to kind of get a good grip, and then you kind of crack it at the side and mash it, which is still hard to do, especially given your size and circumstance. But given everything, you're able to do it.
Yep, that should start it from standing up. And even if it does, it shouldn't see too well.
Yeah, it is horrible.
Would you rather prefer with a mostly intact Yagrum corpse coming at you again?
I was planning on simply giving the traditional Ashkavalian respects of a pyre, but I suppose it's not too late to do that as well.
I mean, his body's still there. It's just
I am just finicky about disrespecting the dead. As much as I am about disrespect the living, of course, but twisted or not, they did fight by our sides. I would have affronted them just a token more of respect.
well, we can sum it up to hag magic. Also, are you hearing a voice? I'm hearing a voice in my head.
Right now, you're hearing your voice.
Yeah.
No. Mr. Trotter suggests stepping away from the body.
Sure, I was gonna step away.
Nornalis is going to carefully lay Snowcap's head down on the floor after ensuring he was stabilized, and blast Yagrum's bodies 3 times with Sunbeam.
I think he hit something.
Ian, was I supposed to read that message before I said that?
It was in the heat of a moment. That's all. It was up to you. It was up to Luck.
Okay, luck was I didn't see that. in time, so womp.
The idea is it would happen right as you were blasting.
Nope.
If wait. Sunbeam is what is Sunbeam?
What is Sunbeam?
Is Sunbeam of? I thought Sunbeam was like Moonbeam. Is it not?
No.
Really?
Shoots out with you.
Oh.
Oh, wait, nope, that doesn't tell you anything.
Oh wow. And you do that? Oh, you said you did it 3 times?
Yeah.
As in 3 separate castings, or does it? What do you mean 3 times?
It's a concentration spell.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, okay. I'd say after the second time you'd hear that noise. So after the first time, I mean. Given they're not like all in one turn. Unless they are.
No, you're correct. It's over the course of 18 seconds.
Okay, well you'd hear like a noise and some screaming. Do you continue?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't plan on waiting for someone who attacked me. And I say that out loud.
Oh boy.
By the way, this isn't a small beam. I'm eviscerating his whole body every time. I'm like slowly nuclear microwaving him. Every action, I'm just like microwave his whole body, so yeah. That's how I picture it. Because it's 5 feet wide, so what does a 5 feet wide beam look like? Yeah, like that. That's what it looks like.
Okay. I would say, Tourmaline, do a intelligence saving throw. You have this weird feeling. It's like something odd happens. It's a little unnerving. You can't place where it is, but it's hard to like your vision almost blurs for a second, and it's kind of weird. But it doesn't feel like anything's like taking over you or anything's necessarily directly causing it. But it feels like something has happened, and you have a connection with it in an indirect way, or maybe you don't. Maybe you have a connection with something similar. It's hard to say, but you seem to feel weird in a way that's hard to really even describe, other than your vision gets weird, and it's hard to like think clearly for like a good like 3 or 4 seconds, and then it just kind of vanishes. Do a I'd like you to roll an Arcana check. Okay. I'd say that given that you have had interactions with a certain entity before, it's hard to say exactly what you know what just happened, but you have reason to believe that there's a couple different things you'd come across that could be a possibility. One of which being and other than the thing I just sent you, the idea that because you had a connection with another one in ways that are complex, but given your unique situation, this matters a lot. you feel that you'd be able to tell that in some way. It's kind of, at least you think that's it. You're not fully clear that if that's actually what happened, but that's what you would get.
Okay.
Also, you guys just saved that changes things massively. By the way, that's actually a good. Well, not necessarily. Actually, I'd say that overall could be a good thing. You guys, depending on what you guys do. But yeah, that's also there's also some negatives to that. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Yagrum is a burnt corpse, and I'd say Draught and Norlis absolutely heard a weird screaming sensation as a thing burned.
Well, seems like you clearly hit something that was not doing anything good.
I surmised as well, yes.
If it's in a corpse and it screams after hitting it, it deserves to get hit.
No, Mr. Druck, I don't often agree with your words, but I do this time. You are very correct here. Hello, Miss Tourmaline. We've, lost an ally, it seems. Be it possessed or of their own volition, they attacked me while I was attempting to stabilize Mr. Snowcap. So I had no
Yeah,
choice
not
but to
about that
retaliate.
creature.
Ah, yes. Did they lack style, do you believe?
The worst style I've ever seen. However, there was something there.
What do you mean?
Back when I was trapped in Sardonyx, I had a decent amount of interactions with Zelganth, the Zalago that Tourmaline, that Sardonyx took in.
Yes, I recall I would have told her not to do that, but the two of you are excited
Very
for
different.
very dangerous things, it seems.
I have no interest in stuff like that. I just simply value style. Zelganth had a friend. And based on her words, that friend was held captive by Yagrom.
I will say, last session, there was 2 different points in time in which you did see a shadowy substance leave Yagrum's body, the second of which happened when Yagrum fell most recently. The first time when it was Yagrum, assumedly initially died.
I see. Well, I couldn't be certain as to whether it was Yagrum possessed by a malicious intent or possessed by that Zalago that attacked me.
That Zalago had nothing to do with attacking you, sadly.
It's an unfortunate set of circumstances then.
Unfortunate, but you are not at fault.
No, I do not blame myself. You fought beautifully.
I try my best to fight with style.
You've yet to disappoint.
And what's wrong with my little friend?
I'm not a man of medicine, but the bludgeoning force that this hag inflicted upon them likely caused something called a I can't fucking talk. A brain bleed. A brain bleed, and I made a small incision in the skull to release pressure. It's an archaic, borderline barbaric means, but I had nothing else I could do in the moment. I think they're stable for now, but until they get a very proper rest or some healing, they are down for the count. I wish to burn everybody in this place. Body,
I couldn't
not
agree
everybody, everybody. I do not wish to leave things up to chance. Realistically,
Would
I
you like
wish to
me
do
gather
so.
them for you?
I beg your pardon?
Would you like me to gather them for you?
That would be most appreciated, Mr. Tourmaline, yes. Do be careful, though. I don't wish to see you afflicted with some ill curse. Here. Use this blanket to
I've
carefully...
already been afflicted with one of the greatest curses.
That's not good.
Well, that is up until now.
I don't know the spell to remove curses, but I can learn it.
You can't help with this curse, sadly.
Alright, I feel like you're being intensely obscure, but I suppose that is your style. Nornos will start carefully moving the bodies he's capable of moving and gather them alongside Tourmaline to a centralized location.
Here?
Sure, yeah, that's simplest. What is Mr. Jevabu doing during all of this?
Yes. That is a question I have. What is Jevu doing? Jevu, would you be? I'll give you an option. You can either do all sorts of things, or we can have you do the I guess the mild looting towards the back that we did that we already rolled stuff for.
Okay, how good of a view would I have of this stuff going on? I'm kind of consigned to this side of the fallen down bridge, and then there are the I don't know, like pillars or whatever in the way. So like
that's just water, dog.
No, like these guys
Yeah,
here.
Oh no, I mean like you can just cross. Not only can you only cross the water, this is also all.
Oh wait,
ice
there's
now.
no. Yeah, there's no more water anymore.
It's
oh wait,
all,
no, there.
Even when it
there's
was water, it was only 5 feet deep, and right now it's mostly ice, so you can just cross over. Like you're not trapped over there.
Okay. I didn't realize it's that shallow. Okay, cool. Well, I was probably trying to figure out what's going on over there. But then as long as... looks like some weird stuff's still going on, so I'm just gonna, like, stay over here, make sure weird shit isn't going on over on this side also. And then we can move on to, the looting or whatever.
Okay. In that case, Jevabu and I guess Tourmaline was close a little bit. Let's see, Jevabu and Tourmaline, do a perception check. You guys feel like you saw like a little head pop up briefly over here. There seems like there's something small that's swimming in the water, albeit kind of, swimming in place like a couple feet under the water. Maybe it was spying, maybe it was just chilling. You're not sure what it was exactly, but it seems actually, I take back. Actually, with a 19 and 20, you probably gave it a good idea. It seemed to have been a small, maybe 2 foot tall, maybe around 2 feet tall little creature with arms and legs that was kind of fishy looking. But you couldn't get quite a good look. But it kind of looked like the little water spirit, the little water fey creature. I think there's a term I've used for it. Got my feet. What is that? I can't remember. Is it Mephit? No, not Mephit. A different thing. I forget what I called it. That you guys had seen earlier. At a previous point in time, actually 2 previous points in time. Let me see what's. Do you do anything about it, or just kind of let it be? Can you guys hear me? Oh shit, am I cutting out?
Yes. No, sorry.
Oh, Vanokin, that was what I was thinking.
Sorry,
Vanokin,
I
yeah.
was muted.
Okay, Vanokin is what you guys saw.
Okay. Did you say we saw it swim away, or we just saw its head like
It
swimming.
pop
it
back
bobbed
down?
up. It bobbed up a little bit, and then it kind of swam a little bit down. It's probably like, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet under the water surface.
Oh, we can see it now. Okay.
You could for a bit. It's like when its head bopped up, and once you got high enough in perception, I'd say you probably get a good look at it. Then be able to see a little bit under the water surface. It is lowering its body kind of a little deeper now. Okay. As you start to move a little closer, Tourmaline, the creature starts to try to swim away a little bit. Do you continue to move closer, or what do you try to do? Would you try to swim after it?
Can I catch it?
You can try.
Yeah, I'll catch it. I'll try to catch it.
Okay. Okay. Also, you can start to swim, and we'll get back to you in a second. But it would continue to swim away if you start to move in its direction. Okay.
Mhm.
Hmm?
That's good. If I can't catch it before it leaves this room, then I would probably leave it alone.
Yeah. Each time you move, it starts to try to move away. So it would already be out of the space here. It'd be over here. But if you try, you might be faster with it if you do get to a full swimming motion. You're not sure. Okay, it's definitely like do you race after it or what? Or are you just trying to get close to it? What are you trying to do? Obviously, besides catch it, like in what way?
Yeah, I'll race after it.
Okay. Roll an athletics check at advantage. Okay, yeah, you managed to dive through. It takes like a good, I don't know, like 10 seconds or so. It's a quick motion, but you're able to quickly zoop up as it, kind of swims away. And as you start getting full range to kind of swap your tail back and forth, you were able to get much closer to it, and in a quick motion, you're able to grab it with one of your hands.
I'll probably say I would have thinking.
Let me go.
You know, why would I do that?
I don't. I was really watching the BB.
Mm-mm.
Ah,
Okay, while that's happening, Thornless and Draught, you guys are. What other bodies are you ready to burn? Or are you looting anything before you burn them? Or is that more something you plan to do later?
Draught would probably be like stripping them instead of moving them.
Anything in Nornalis's head, anything of concern, will not be burned by his standard fire.
Formaline would have moved most of the bodies here.
Anything magically
getting
imbued,
burned.
it would not just burn in a simple fire.
So the
Magically imbued items are typically resistant to standard means of destruction.
Mhm.
That's how my mentality works. That's how both normalists and myself think, actually. But yes,
What the hell is that?
like you can't just shatter a +2 sword by smashing it against a rock.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, I mean, there could be, but I'm not even. I don't even want to give suggestions otherwise because I don't want to influence things. Okay,
Unless
in
it's a
regards to this.
+2 rock.
Unless it's a
Okay.
+2 rock.
All right.
See, no, then it still wouldn't break. If it was a +3 rock, it would break.
All right. So what creatures are? Wait, you said Tourmaline. Did you say you already moved V somewhere or what?
Let's
When
see.
you when would you? Oh, you move that one over where? Here?
I moved most things over here, yes.
Okay.
Anything that I would have passed by this thing. I think when I was picking up this one is when you said I noticed this thing. So I'd have left this for a minute to catch it. But you can move this.
I can move what? This?
This thing. When I was picking up Long Stella is when you said I noticed the creature over here.
Okay. Well, I know, but that takes kind of movement. Would you say you would already have moved this person all the way over here?
I was moving.
So
a
you
long
did
time
ship
ago.
fast. Okay. All right. You haven't got to Lung still yet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So how do you kind of Snowcap's still unconscious. Surprisingly, I'm surprised it took that long.
Well, I
Rot
don't
and
think anyone has healing. Is
oh,
the issue?
kind of thought Jeffaboo might. I guess not.
I don't. He hasn't come over.
Good point. Jeffaboo,
Snowcap-
are you?
No
You
cap was
see?
healing, but is unconscious.
Jeffaboo, you see
The Jerry is
Tourmaline
still the
about
heal that I have.
about maybe like 50 to 60 feet out. Possibly submerged partially out there, holding a little creature. You've seen this little creature before. You know what it is. It's Finoken. You saw it first on a beach on Jock Isle, and you saw it again not too long ago near the entrance of the cave. Tourmaline, what are you doing with this creature?
Holding it.
All right.
I
Let
drag
go
him
of me
back to life.
now. What do you want? Let me go. Please.
I don't think so. You might be useful.
I'll tell
Why
you.
do
Let
we-
me go.
Why do we keep running into you on our adventures?
Circumstance. Based on employment and circumstance, and I don't know.
Employment by whom?
Can I not answer that as an option?
Do you want to die?
Not yet.
Then I suggest you answer.
Well, at the time, Grachilda.
Mm, that
Now,
is my-
yeah, she's not here right now though.
You are already losing style points in my book.
Well, you don't even have a book.
You want to say that again? She dips in a face and pulls out a book.
Okay, you're still out in the water, right? Or did you fully move back here? I assume we were still out here. Did you move back?
Yeah.
Okay. Regardless, you swam out there. You do not have a like waterproof bag unless we discussed this and I forgot.
I do not have a waterproof bag. But I said the face.
Is the vase waterproof?
No, but things inside the face.
Okay, by the way, the
Come on,
head's
come on.
gone. You
I'll be
that head was
damaged.
used up in that ritual, by the way. You don't have
Uh,
the head in the base anymore, which
I,
means there's a lot
I
more room in the
know.
base.
I
Okay.
know.
Okay, good. Okay, well you
Wet book. Which is less of a book than a normal book, unless it's the special kind of book. Which can get wet. Now let me go, please.
No.
Fuck. Please?
No.
I'll tell you a secret.
Sure.
Good. There's a room
Mm-hmm.
with some stairs, and you walk down the stairs, and
Mhm.
it's kind of green, and there's a big square,
Mhm.
and if you get in the square, you can't get out
Mm-hmm.
unless someone else gets in the square, then you get out.
Mhm.
I think there's someone in the square, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's a secret. Okay, we good?
No, I'm still not letting you go.
Fuck. Okay, fuck. Ah. I'd bite your hand, but you'd squeeze me. Shit.
Okay. By this time, I'd like Nornless and Draught to do strength checks to organize their pile or whoever doing this, given like most of the enemies they're trying to burn are large.
I'm going to drag Lumstella over with my other hand.
Okay. And Jevabu, are you helping?
Jabobu has left the building.
Okay. And also, what else
Yeah,
are
I'm
you
gonna be
all right.
checking up on Snowcap.
Oh, also, with that perception check from earlier, I'll mention again. The little flames have started to die down. You can kind of hear them do that. They're not entirely, but they're less. It seems to die down. The pot's still kind of bubbling mildly. And with the person who got a 21, probably could have heard slight breathing from this little bag.
Oh.
Okay. Hmm. All right. We have. Did anyone roll strength checks?
Nope.
Wait, do I have to as well?
Nope.
If I have a misunderstanding of what you're attempting to do, do let me know.
I was under the understanding that for the most part, Tourmaline was kind of stacking bodies on bodies.
That's
Oh.
exactly what I was doing.
All right. Oh, wrong person. Oops, the wrong
Oh,
thing. Okay. There we go. Or do you want the pie over here? Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
that
that's
makes
Drag
sense.
Lumstella for me.
Okay, do you go to the... Okay, there's one body you can't see that you might have forgotten. Did you dive down and get that one?
Yes, I believe they did.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is that it here? Oh, that is not. Why can I do that?
Do what?
No. It's okay. There we go. Grab this thing. Trying to drag it. Yeah.
Oh, do you put anything else in the bag, in the pile? Like the contents of a stew, anything in the bag? Any of the objects? Anything else?
No, just the bodies. Do we notice whatever these are?
Yeah, they look to be, some type of destroyed constructs. You remember fighting some way earlier when you were kind of at near the door, and they were very non-functional.
Got it.
Also the doors. Well, I assume Nornalis and Draw would have dragged those things.
Yeah.
If you drag, wait, do you drag these things as well?
Yes.
Small things, yeah.
Okay. I will say they are mostly made of stone and metal. They do not seem to have wood or burnable ingredients or body parts.
The
What
red
But you can do
cap?
so as well.
The red cap?
Oh, the red cap. I thought you said something else. Oh, that's the goblin. Where's the red cap? Where we go? I thought you meant the robot guys.
No.
Sorry, I misheard
Oh,
you.
those are not.
Nope.
The robot. Okay.
Uh,
Not quite well, correct.
Also,
and yes.
I found a friend, or whatever this thing is.
Ah, let me go.
It's annoying, but I'm not letting it go.
I'm not a fucking gnome.
No one said you were.
I said you're
If I used-
annoying.
Oh, well, that's true. But I'm not a gnome.
No one thought you were.
Oh.
I will. We'll speak to you in just a minute. I don't quite
Oh.
know why Miss Tourmaline has caught you, actually, but I'm going to trust that she had a reason.
He
I
was
have a-
peeping.
I have a question.
For whom?
Did any Tourmaline / Norna / whoever else is the large thing that the primary hag was floating on, the large branch / pseudo, the massive branch they're floating on. Did you put that in the pile or no?
Probably
No,
not. No,
I
just,
have
just
that.
bodies.
I would say I have it all.
Yeah, no, like whatever
Okay.
they're not holding or like is attached to them clothing wise isn't in the pile.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, full disclosure, the stuff we rolled in part of the week, I'm gonna make modifications to that since it will change what you get since things are being burned. And for that reason, do not read them. Assume. Yeah, I might just delete them, so that you guys aren't tempted to see anything. But yeah,
Yes.
I guess
I
while that's
have-
burning, I'm assuming we'll probably end up doing a long rest.
Yes.
Most
Note
likely.
that I did in fact take the short sword thing and the branch. Those were the two notable things I remembered.
okay. Let me look at some stuff. Oh wait, none of you looted. Well, wait. Let me actually think. I don't think any of you necessarily looted any of the bodies that are burning besides the stuff I mentioned.
I do need to
if
know,
it's
no,
like, as
Oh wait,
it's-
no, wait, no. Oh wait, no. Drought, did you? Oh shit. Wait.
Yeah. Draw looted before the end of last session.
Oh, but did we already? What did you loot before the end of last session, Drought?
no.
I don't know. You never really told me what I actually.
Yeah,
You just kind of
but,
said what was there, and not what I found.
I thought I did.
I could tell you the people we definitely looted. I saw
Because
that.
I gave you information on you looting the big hag. I thought I did do that. If I didn't, let me know. But my question is, are you doing that now, or are you burning things now?
Like I said, I was like going through the bodies at what instead of really moving them.
Ah,
That I did say that before I went to get a drink.
okay. In that case, for the sake of things, I'll give you some. I'll save your primary focus on certain things. I'll say that you found a sickle on the red cap. You found like some uninteresting stuff on the goblins, and the sickle also wasn't that interesting. But what I will say is, if you had some time and people didn't stop you, you would have possibly found some stuff on this bigger hag. Did anyone try to stop them?
No.
No, we're doing our own thing at the moment, really.
Yeah, they're all moving stuff.
Okay, in that case, on the larger hag, it's probably would be an area of interest. I'd say I saw a Tourmaline guy grab some stuff on. You would have went a little deeper and found some strange stuff. Mainly, you seem to kind of carve through some chainmail quickly, and I'd say you find a bag full of coins with bites taken out of them. And as you go a little deeper, you find what looks to be remains of a crab dinner. And if you keep going, you eventually will find what seems to be a do you know one of those like bird seed things that have a little like cage on them?
A bird feeder.
Okay, but there's a term for them. I think it's like a mullet for not mullet feeder. What I forget. It's sort of name for a certain type of bird feeder.
Do
Whatever.
that.
There's like one of those, kinda, or something similar.
It's called a suet.
Yeah, there we go. Suet feeder. It's like a suet feeder, but instead of like a bunch of seeds, it's one big seed. Or like almost like an acorn like thing. Yeah, like a really big seed, I'll say. And it's a necklace. That seems to be a thing of interest. Do you take it or do you leave it be to burn?
Drop will take it.
Okay. Do you try to rip the necklace off? Do you try to take it out of a cage? Do you try to take the thing in one whole? How do you go about it?
I'll just take the whole thing it's in.
Okay, it's a little awkward to kind of pull out, but I'd say you eventually do it. Okay, back to everything else. Do you guys you guys have now things in a pile. Do you start burning it?
I need to ask a clarifying question. Normalists would know this better than for certainty. Do magical items just burn in this world? But that's information
It
you would-
depends on the magic item. Some things do, some things don't. It's kind of like your average magical ring's probably not gonna burn.
Okay.
Other things might. Like it really depends.
Alright.
But typically like metal magic items, especially rings and necklaces, are not gonna burn.
Alright.
And if things do burn, that's actually go on. Sorry, I'm not gonna go into detail on that.
Norlis is quite close to tapped on spell slots, so he can't rightfully just cast things anyways to like detect magic. It's a spell slot he might need elsewhere before the long rest is completed. So he's just going to cast Firebolt countless times on the pile of bodies. Is his
Okay.
needs of
It's
I might have an idea.
I'm listening.
Before you do that, hold on. Can I? She opens something and starts. She throws out a bunch of scrolls at you, Norlis.
a fire over here isn't fully out yet, by the way.
Fire
And also, there's an
everywhere.
active fire going underneath
I
the
am
pot.
actively going to send you what you see.
I have no. Ooh, I wonder what direction this is gonna go.
You need to do that first. These are what you see in the bag.
Okay, I don't think any of these are going to particularly help. Is there something you were thinking of specifically?
I'm not versed in magic.
You sounded like you had an idea. I was just asking for clarity, Mr. Tourmaline.
I don't know what Sardonyx has in this bag. I was assuming something can help us find more valuables, I guess.
Not this time, no. Oh, wait, valuables. Oh, there is one. I'm sorry. I was thinking simply burn. No, you do have a scroll of detect magic here. I could, I don't rightfully want to rummage through the bodies at this point, but, you know who wouldn't mind ruffling through these bodies, though? Mr. Drott, here, have this scroll.
Drott will immediately use a scroll to see if there's any magic items.
Norlis will step back while he rummages through him like a crackhead looking for copper wire.
All right.
Was it a controversial statement? Oops.
I don't think so. Maybe, let's see. Okay, let's see. So I would like you to. Okay, where we go.
For clarity, that is a scroll of detect magic.
I'm aware. I'm pulling something up. So what you'd find.
Would it be easier just for you
Question.
to like put down a
I have
list?
I have a question. I'm about to. I have a question. Would you say like a default adventuring gear like staff or wand would count as a magic item in regards to the spell?
It is not a magically imbued focus, it is a channeling mechanism.
Okay.
Unless
okay.
it is a +1, in which it is enchanted
Mhm.
to enhance magic. If it has, if it is is it a pipe that funnels water, or is it a actuated valve that changes the way water flows? In terms of magic,
Okay.
or does it do its own thing? That would thus make it magical.
Yeah, yes. You see, you must be putting pressure on it. See, I am putting 100 volts going through it right now.
There is not many. It seems to be that the magical items that were gathered from the large one, or some from the primary hag, whatever their name may be, unless you can make guesses. Given one of these, assumedly was Grigilfa, but you aren't fully certain. Unless they say their name.
You did.
They
How
did.
big is this graffiti?
I'll get to that in a second. What I'll say is the items that you took out, mainly the seed, the branch, and the knife, seem to be magical. There's nothing else magical on them. There's nothing magical on the Etten. There's nothing magical on the Hobgoblin. There's nothing magical on the Goblin or the Red Cap, nor the dead Warg. There's nothing. Well, there's one thing magical on, or more so inside this creature, and there's two things magical on this hag, the Lung Stealer.
Drot is not hesitating to grab any magic, even if it is inside a body. He's just gonna pry it open with his hands.
Okay.
With claws.
All right. Do a strength check, and also possibly take fire damage. Wait, sorry. Is this still assumedly this is still burning, right?
No, Tourmaline stopped me right
interrupted.
before I started.
Okay.
Can I do it with athletics check because I'm like, prying it open?
Well, in what sense? Are you prying up their mouth? Or are you prying open their
Cage.
Okay. Sure. You better roll really high. I honestly don't think that's high enough, given
That is
yeah, this is like one of the toughest creatures you've fought in terms of actual skin. Do you think Drot would be able to like feasibly rip open like a rhino or something like that?
Drot does 2d6 plus 6 on a melee hit.
Yeah, Drod does have massive claws, to be completely
You know
fair.
what? I mean, I kind of thought these things are tougher than rhinos in terms of skin, but even then, but like I use it as a guesstimate.
I mean, all flesh is eaten at one point.
I know, but well, I don't know. This is like this thing is borderline an Earth Elemental, but not. You know what?
Okay.
Yeah, I say you. It's
If
not
you
an
say
Earth
it that
Elemental.
way,
to be clear.
I don't disagree. Like you think
It just has
magically
stony
stone.
ass hide. I don't. Well, I say it's like tough rhino skin that's like real significant stony hide. But I say, with a good roll, I'm gonna say roll again at advantage, and if you get it this time, then I'll say you definitely make it to the end. Since you got a 20 and that's good enough to okay. All right. That's a weird advantage roll, but whatever. I didn't say that you kind of got a little finger and you feel like you can kind of push for, and you manage to push it in and then kind of tear from that point. And once you actually do manage to get in, it's a lot easier to actually cause it to tear. But the layering of the body makes it pretty difficult to get in once you to make actually a really deep strike. But once you do it, you're able to the interior part's a lot softer and easier to kind of deal with. It's still awkward to go about what you're doing, but you're able to kind of make a hole. It seems like it might have been easier to go through the mouth, but whatever. Its insides also look river difficult to queue with, so it might take you some time. Is anyone else looting anything else on one of the hags I mentioned? Or are you leaving it? Are you leaving everything to Drot?
Yeah, no, we're just kind of watching Drot it.
Unless he's asks for assistance, I don't think anyone is going to.
Okay. Drot, after a while, you eventually get to this thing's stomach, and you find what looks to be a half-digested skull of someone with a nose ring that is potentially magical. Is magical.
I'll pry it off.
Okay. It feels
Well, this is rolling a constitution
a little-
save he throws up. He manages to hold his stomach, but this is foul.
It feels a little like vaguely warm to the touch. The ring does.
Oh, well, you know, Drot's not really investigating it closely. He's getting out of the body and then heading over to the hag.
All right. You found you found something. I would say that Drot smells pretty bad right now. All right. All right. So, the hag, you go in, and you move amongst. You kind of look around a little bit, and I'd say you'd eventually kind of notice, yet another ring. This one on a more normal place to find a ring. It seems to have it's a little gem on it, but spinel. A spinel is a form of actually, you know what? No, I got a better idea. Ignore that. Roll a 1d10.
All right.
Oh, what did you roll?
8.
Okay. You find a ring with a jade gem on it.
Nice.
All right. On their other hand, they don't have a ring. They have only. They actually are missing a couple fingers. You keep looking. Eventually, though, you find kind of a satchel of sorts they seem to have. And in that satchel is a scroll.
I'll get it out, obviously.
Okay. I would like you to roll a 1d100. Don't worry, nothing spooky. Well,
35.
all right. The scroll seems to have images of strange creatures on it. Some made of fire, some made of stone. And also there's a gargoyle.
All right. I once I've got everything, I'll bring it out and kind of dump it there. Like, just kind of dump it in front of the group before jumping in the water to, get washed.
You can. Okay. Yeah, you dive into the water and little fishies swim up to you to eat all the substance that's on you.
You stay underwater?
No.
I was curious.
Okay, do you guys now begin to light it on
I was
fire?
like suddenly drowning because of that whole elemental thing from last time.
Okay.
Well, it's more like a cannibal dive in, submerge, and dunk up.
Oh wait, I actually oh wait, shit. There's one last thing I actually forgot. there is another thing you find that's actually important. I might mention. You do well. Actually, never mind. Never mind. There isn't. No, I just remembered I have it somewhere else. You're good.
Yeah, that's what Drop would have done. Just post things in discovered loot then, or loot discussion. One of them.
Okay. Wait, me or you?
You, because you're the one who has it like in front of you, I imagine.
I was actually writing these up, typing these up in a Word notepad document. Okay.
I mean, you can.
Doesn't
you
have to
could do that
happen
and
in
then
this moment.
yeah.
Well, I don't think anything
So
game
do you,
breaking is going to happen.
yeah, do you okay, do you begin to burn the object bodies? Is what I want to know.
Yes.
Okay. I would like I'm gonna give you an option. Do you guys pay attention much to burning bodies, or just kind of like once they're starting to burn, you're good?
I'm of the mind that it would take a notable amount of time for me to even get them to burn, honestly.
That's true.
So, yes, I am paying attention because I'm actively hitting multiple different parts with fire bolts, trying to get it to ignite with material that isn't necessarily dry.
Okay, I got a question for you know what? I'm pretty sure this is a thing, but okay, I'm gonna choose someone right away. I would like you know what, yeah, you're here. I'll have you participate. Cheesecake, go to Hidden Secrets. I literally have a normal question for you real quick.
He's asking about how
I-
big his shoes are.
Are they? Okay, I'll just ask someone. Does paper make a noise, like a unique sound when it burns?
No. No.
Okay. I was gonna say maybe my sitting it could, but I feel like that's be kind of wild. All right.
Yeah, no, I burn paper pretty often because I'm a pyro.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys. It managed to burn. It takes a while for fire to get everywhere. It doesn't smell good at all. Like
Nope.
it smells really bad.
Yep.
You see like some little like bugs crawl out from some of the bodies as it burns. It's not. This is like a nasty grouping of things. It's not fun.
Yep.
Like as they burn, some stuff oozes out. Like you kind of notice, like yeah, some of these people, like one of them had like a necklace of ears
Yep.
that wasn't even noticeable until like some of their like clothing burned off and the ears melt, and you can like see the ears melt. It's really not fun. It's not fun at all.
Normalus would have done a cursory glance around when he was helping move bodies. If you saw any jars of hair, eyeballs, fingernails, anything like that, that was symbolic of being taken as a pact or a contract with the hag, that would also be going into the fire to burn and make everything smell even worse.
If okay,
And I say
anything
that
you
having
collected thus far?
well, I know he collected hair that says from Felden earlier in the cave that is going onto the fire right now. But he looked around in this general area when he was moving things. Like, I'm not doing an in-depth search, just there was a jar on a shelf, he grabbed it.
Okay. Okay. I will say though, as the bodies burn, eventually, that large branch you have begins to crack.
Did Drug
And-
detect it as magical? Just curious.
Yes, assumedly yes.
Mhm. I have the branch.
And as it cracks, suddenly a spark comes from it, and it too begins to burn.
Hmm.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Possibly.
Roll, if you'd like to determine,
disconnected.
roll a Arcana check.
Sure. I'm good at those. One of the few things I am good at. Natural 1. Oh, no, that's okay.
You
Double
think
natural 1.
that
11.
this seems to be some type of advanced
Attunement.
form of hag flying vehicle, or whatever
Okay.
we call it. And because of its specific means of this, it's hard to say this is a normative thing for any of them is hard to say, but at least for this, it seems to be that the attunement means is speculative, and as a way to make sure other hags don't steal off or run off, this thing has certain specialized protections. One of them being, if the hag dies, it too will die, but it seems to be that these specific means are more complicated. To say that the hag expected them to be burnt is a strange thing to think, but it's possible that was, set in stone with this thing. So that, if their body was burned, so would this. If that's something it could be just a aspect of a greater thing, or it could be something they specifically did. It's hard to say. But what it is to say is the specialized nature of this is clearly an anti-theft means.
Alright. I suppose there's nothing to do but toss that on the fire there, Miss Tomanine.
I will.
At least it doesn't smell like burning wood.
Given it's burning, I would like you to roll a sleight of hand check to see if you can do so without getting burnt by the burning wood that's starting to lit a flame.
Well, I mean, they were holding it probably when this happened, so I.
Oh,
they
yeah.
had they
Oh,
like
I didn't realize they're holding it.
yeah they were holding.
This thing is kind of big, by the way. It's a big branch. And
Yeah.
it's not like okay.
They're a big
Okay.
woman.
Would you still like me to roll sleight of hand?
Okay. The addition of, a much easily burnable substance kind of helps things go on a little bit better in terms of the stench fire. If Snowcap was just asleep, I'd say this would wake them up, but they're out cold. Okay.
Did Jevabu? I think Jevabu said they were gonna try something, but we never actually touched on that.
What did you want to? Yeah, what do you want to try, Jeffaboo?
It's going to touch her.
I'm gonna take a good berry out of my bag and shove it in Snowcap's mouth and manually chew for.
Roll sleight of hand at disadvantage because their jaw is partly dislocated, so you have trouble moving it in a normative means.
Yay, using for
Also,
normative.
mammoth.
Wouldn't actually make it
mammoth
at
hands.
advantage because since
You
it's
know what?
dislocated,
Yeah, no,
then
you're
the-
right. It's easier to move.
It'll be easier. It'll be easier.
Oh, Normalists,
Yeah,
I would like you to roll, as you look at Jevaboo, I would like you to roll a perception check.
I roll a nat 20. That's a sexy mammoth. Visual?
Yes.
Okay, it matters. 24 total.
Their tusks look slightly longer. Actually, more than slightly. It looks like several inches have grown,
Would
or
you say
maybe are
his
actively growing.
tusks look bricked up?
Oh, Michael.
Given, sure.
Thanks.
We found out why he hasn't been able to, propagate his species. He just not had the right stimulant.
It's all
Oh, by the
possible.
way, his the totems on his tusks did glow for a while. That glow is slowly receding, but it's definitely not gone. The tusks are like little totems that are right along his tusk, which probably, to be honest, the image we had made a while back with the party probably is not accurate to what they had in mind. I had in mind, just so you know, but I assume it's more like. Actually, better yet, Jevaboo, just for the sake of things, how would you describe your totems? If you're here.
As far as what?
I guess what to say is, are they totems, like little totem pole type things, or like made of wood, or are they little trinkets that dangle?
Oh, more like totem.
This doesn't matter greatly, but
style.
okay, there we go. But I just wanted to get back. Okay, that's easy, quick thing. Okay,
Yeah, it's like sections of totem poles, like fashioned like through or around my tusks.
Okay, good. I just want to kind
Basically.
of get the imagery right. All right. Well, either way, they're still kind of glowing. It's not going a green. It's not like done glowing. It's definitely not quite as bright as they were initially, but it's still present. And Norlis, as you kind of do notice, you have a keen eye, just enough to notice they're still actively growing. Jevabu, it's not the most comfortable. It's growing pains are not fun. All right.
I don't know if that's correct. Growing pains implies that they are growing tusks out of a new orifice.
It shouldn't be painful because
Okay, sorry. If your teeth grew magically to become like vampire teeth, do you think that would hurt?
No,
it would be more akin to
getting adult teeth.
like your fingernails being grown because
Yeah.
it's keratin.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't hurt, but it just has a weird, like, I don't know.
It probably
Maybe
feels weird for
it feels
sure.
different. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess it feels different.
Mr. Jevabu, I don't mean to sound forward,
Thicker.
but your tusks are growing larger. Also,
Yes,
wait, do we
yes.
say what Jevabu did, or do we skip over that against Ow? Or Snowcap?
I'll be completely honest. I actually did miss. I missed some of that.
The good berry. The good berry.
We'll get Snowcap
Oh, right.
out
They tried
right
to
after
feed
this.
Snook. Okay.
Wait, what?
But go on, Tom.
Oh! Tried to feed. I thought you. Okay, sorry. Go on.
Tom. Did something happen? For reference, I don't think Norlis saw that spear thing at all during combat, so he doesn't know what happened to you or Tourmaline.
No.
They made a noise, so they definitely would verbal unless Norlis had. Yeah, they would have at least heard them. At least a little bit. They spoke softly.
This is normal. It happens from time to time. They've never gotten this big before, and he's like kind of like swinging them around a little bit, and he almost hit Tourmaline and almost Drott.
50 Shades of Fur.
His tusks have they've grown a little bit longer, but like also like with the curve, like just like the overall like reach of them has grown quite a bit.
There comes a time in every Maphodon's life where they just get a little bit bigger in certain places. It's perfectly natural.
Okay.
Yes, that is what the elders
Back to
told us.
fucking Snowcap.
Snowcap's still out cold. Oh god. Jebavu, what do you have? Do you do anything in regards to Snowcap? That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a good berry in their mouth, and manually chew their jaw for them.
Wait, did this happen last session?
Nope, this is
No.
happening now.
Did we describe? Did this thing we just described going to happen? Okay, for some reason I'm having data because I thought we described this.
I did it. No, you're right.
Like
I did it to
40
somebody
seconds
else
ago.
last. Also, I did it to either Drott or Yagram.
Oh yeah, in
session.
combat. That's what happened. Okay, there we go.
Yep. 'Cause this
All right,
is apparently the biggest heal we got in the party
All right. How much
the
did they
most.
heal for? 1?
for today. One,
Okay.
the only one that matters.
All right. Okay. I am going to do something really quick in regards to Snowcap. Snowcap, go to Hidden Secrets really quick. I have a question.
Okay.
Screaming instantly gets knocked out. Just smack.
So, Mr. Deverby, I had this conversation not but 20 years ago with my good boy Felton. There comes a point in everyone's life when changes occur. The body
Hey!
matures. You start to
Oh
see
dear God.
other people in different manners. And that is okay. That is healthy. That is normal.
I will scream again.
But
If they wanted tea earlier, they don't want tea now. An unconscious person cannot want tea. If anyone gets that, I'd be shocked.
Oh my God.
I don't. But the statement
Wait.
itself is funny.
Did you?
We were
Is that
just
the right
talking.
one?
Hmm?
Was it the Winding Valley Snowcap?
There, I did it for you.
Okay, because I didn't think it was that. Okay.
It was
Oh, it's
it's
this.
this one.
Okay. Everything kind of starts flowing into motion. Snowcap, your eyes are open.
First thing I'm gonna do
Fire
is
surrounding. Oh, sorry. Go on.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. You
Wait,
place your hand on your
yeah,
arm and seem to magically cure it. You feel your tissues start to regrow slightly. Things feel a little better. Still, you're in relative severe pain. And you look, and there is a pile of corpses. And you are uncertain where one of the party members are, being Yagram. And you do not see them near you.
What happened?
Jebaboo, you're the one being asked this question. Nornless is blasting firebolts into this pile while you went over and raised Snowcap. So
You're awake.
Hi, Tormerly.
I
Nice to see you. So it's over.
this
You can
part
save them.
is for now.
It's nice to see you all. Okay, so assuming we're burning the bodies. Can I see any of the bodies that are being burned?
As things feel a little more intense, maybe in some way or the other, you do look around and you make out a hand sticking out of a flaming inferno beside you. And there's no mistaking it. It is Yagram's hand.
Yagram. Get out of there, Yagram. Get out of the what are you doing in the fire?
No response is heard. The flames, the embers continuate. The bone starts to crack. Heat from the marrow within.
Did Yagram die? Shouldn't we have made a separate fire for Yagram?
Otherwise, did you guys do that? I'm
No.
forgot.
No, it was kind of a joke.
Okay, good. Well, no, I'm more so saying that because I realized that someone might have done that. Okay, good.
Sadly,
Regardless,
we don't have hellfire.
no, he while you were down, he attempted to kill both of us. So I believe he's in the fire he should be in.
Okay, so 2 more intense.
I was about to say this music changes way too much.
I don't know how
Oh
I'm
my
into that.
God, I always forget.
Let me get
I'm like
back up.
circles.
What happened? Oh, I got spooked for a second. It showed me I had a bunch of my music hidden. No, that's not the nice one. Where's the nice one? There we go.
In the same hour of this battle, like he saved my life back there.
I don't know. I asked if I was performing barbaric surgery on you to keep you in the land of the living, and by the time Drott got over to him, he was past the point of revival.
And what did he do next?
Began gathering the bodies. I didn't want any lingering hag magic or possession
No,
or...
You mistake what I mean.
Elucidate
So-
me.
You were doing some kind of surgery to stabilize me. Then what happened?
Once you were stabilized, we began gathering the bodies.
Okay, out of character. Snowcap was talking about Yagram, the Yagram attacking.
Yagram attacked me while I was stabilizing you.
That's trying to know what Snowcap was trying to
Okay,
get at.
so while I was stabilizing, attempting to keep you from passing on, he attacked. I don't know why. I didn't really think twice, but I retaliated because both of our lives were in danger.
Are you sure? Why would he do that? Sure it was Yagram?
It was his body moving.
What? Did the hags get to him?
No, I
He
don't
sees me
believe they did.
He saved my life minutes before he apparently tried to attack me. That makes no sense. Yagram wouldn't do that.
I do not know what to tell you, Mr. Snowcap. I can only recount the events as they happened.
It's some kind of cruel joke.
I'm sorry.
Draw, you didn't see him attack me, right?
Yeah, well, he didn't get a chance to attack you after he damn near split, Nautilus in half.
I'm still actively bleeding from being struck by the greatsword, mind you. Like that's not been patched. I have a greatsword gas across my chest.
Drought's in a worse condition to you, even, I would say.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I have a fresh greatsword wound, is what I mean. Like, symbolic that I was attacked by a blade.
He hasn't, popped out the dent in the armor.
Correct.
Draw, are you okay?
I mean, I've still got all my limbs, so yeah, mostly.
I am again. I'm cure wounding you.
Nice.
I think what we need is a good night's rest.
The question is, do we do that here? I don't.
We can. It's safe.
I have not found my friend. And there's been a lot going on. I would like to look around and... I burned a lot of my capabilities.
That reminds me.
Yes.
I heard breathing in a bag. All the way over. Near that statue.
Would you show me, please?
You follow me? Oh, also, what are we doing with this thing?
Actually, I'm gonna give you guys a quick option.
What
Do you want
is
me to
this
turn off
thing?
the dynamic lighting?
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine. What are we doing with this thing? As she points to the creature in her hand.
Let me go.
No!
I don't know. Just hold on to him for now.
Eat it.
I don't believe you.
Come.
You can see tears in Snowcap's eyes.
I mean, like, you know Niagara for like what? A week? Probably not even that, a couple days?
And you don't
See something
understand.
light back there.
Toxic Galley's just like that.
True.
Hey, creature. By chance, you know what
It
that
wouldn't
fire
last a
does?
day in the Cobalt Wars.
It's that one. White lady, I think. They were doing some stuff with her with the thing. To do the thing.
If only you weren't working for Hives.
Technically, I'm not working for him right now. Kinda. Like my additional next job was gonna be, well, it looks like that's not gonna happen because my, well, you know, you've heard of those people, but, Matilda, when she comes back, has employment opportunities, and I can work for other people, like, well, there was
When is Griselda expected
certain
back?
someone, that winged lady. I don't know,
Winged lady? What winged lady?
a couple days maybe. Well,
You said a winged lady.
you don't know of a winged lady?
I know one winged lady.
Which winged lady do you know?
That proper princess Sardonyx.
Okay, that's not the winged lady I know.
What winged lady do you know?
What's her name? Not. Shit. What was their name? It's S something. Swan? That wasn't. No, it was Swal. Wing lady. That was it. No. Swalla? Maybe? Yeah, that. She's up a big stairs. The stairs that take forever. I mean, you get up there and you get in the place and you walk around the pits that go 100 feet down but don't really lead to anywhere. And then you kind of there's the place that's a balcony, but she's not there. She sometimes is there, but she's probably in that the place with the glass.
Would this prompt me with an Arcana check?
Yeah, go for it.
I feel like there was something that I'm
I-
missing.
You have access to the I will say, by the
Yes.
way, you do have access to the Axe Stone, by the way, now. Now you have
Mhm.
that. And so you can recall information from it and whatnot. I forget the specifics of how that actually works outside of long rests, but we can kind of play
It
around with things.
doesn't. I only get information that comes through
Okay, for the
outside
sake
of
of
all.
things, I'll say that you can use information from what Sardonyx would have known. I know this is a little
Okay.
dumb, but I think it works. It makes the most sense given the way we want to do this. Otherwise,
I
it would
rolled
just
an
kind of
Arcana
autofill you.
check.
You think that what they're describing is potentially true, given the least you know is that that person is someone who was believed to have been dead. Meaning, but what you know about them at the very least would give you information to believe, but what they're describing is, as a wing lady, would be a siren, but given what you know about that name, they are likely an undead. If anything, potentially or most likely a Draugr. And likely extremely powerful one at that. Also, as they say that name, they finally pronounce it out. The mask seems to have a slight glint to it for half a second. Which is not something Tourmaline would notice, but Norlis, if you're standing close by, would. If you're actually listening in on the little conversation.
No, he was looking in the bag because
Yeah, that is even more likely. Alright. Now we get to that. Norlis, are you opening the bag? Oh, it goes without saying, okay. I mean, obviously. Actually, no,
yes,
actually,
with
let me phrase it this
Maytan.
way. Okay, I mean, it could be that you're trying to be. It might be what you're feeling around before you open it. I don't know. Okay. You open the bag. Within you find a body, person that does seem to be breathing. And on quick inspection, they are the person you're looking for. However, their state of their body is not optimal by any means. It is not an enjoyable sight. It seems to be that their hands are bound to their back, bound from their back. Their mouth seems to be tied up with some type of bit of yarn and string, making it hard for them to easily speak. They're additionally look to be foaming from the mouth, and there seems to be some type of blue substance on their lips and cheek, and drained within the cloth itself. They have their eyes
They're gagged
don't look
and
great.
filming?
Yes.
Okay. Make sure I heard that right.
As in, they're not, when I say foaming at the mouth, more so it looks there is presence of foam in substance, so they may have been foaming at the mouth
Okay.
earlier. That's a better way to frame it. Okay. She seems to be missing an ear, which looks like it's partially bleeding. It looks like it's mostly scabbed up a little bit, but not that much. It's still bleeding a bit. It looks to be that near there looks to literally be some markings on the side of her face, done in some type of chalk, maybe. Looks, and the markings look similar to the cracks that you can see from that flaming circle nearby. But to get to the things that really kind of matter, do you kind of after that do you fully drag her out of the bag,
I'm going
or
to
how do
say
you remove her
yes.
from? Okay. Once you kind of get a better look at them there, that's when things get real spooky. She does not appear to be wearing pants. And this is noticeable and more important because her legs are in horrible state. She has a horrific looking injury on her knee that literally looks like the hag seemed to have jabbed bits of wood and glass into her kneecap in a very gruesome and genuinely unsettling manner. So much so the idea that someone would even do this is like disturbing to you. On their other leg is a very large leech.
Instant. Yeah, no, I shoot the leech with a close range firebolt.
It makes us. It does. It's hard to say if it makes any sound or not, but it seems to just kind of shrivel up and like fall off.
I don't. Mr. Trot, do you have any healing capabilities left?
If I did, I would have used it on myself.
You're very true. I will. Is she conscious? Does she seem responded to my touch? Is she?
No.
She's not.
She seems to be breathing mildly, and that's it.
Norlis removes the gag first and foremost, tilts her head downward to let anything that was stuck in her mouth fall to the ground.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be any. So, okay. There's like a little ball with the like, I guess we could say wood and whatever that's kind of bundled along with the cloth to kind of form a little more proper gag, I guess. Actually, no, I take that back. There's not. It's just cloth.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be anything present within the mouth that's like solid, but there is liquid, a little bit of blood, but more so of some foam and some type of blue substance that has a like weird smell to it, chemical smell, kind of sulfurous, a little weird. Do a perception, smell, or arcana check if you'd like. Both of those are optional.
I'll do Arcana. 26.
Okay. This is gonna sound odd. What's your passive perception?
18.
Okay. You can clearly tell that this is a magical substance, somewhat, or at least more so a substance that can be used for magical things. You also know that it is a very flammable substance and a harsh chemical. Likely, it is what was used to create those blue flames over there. And you would know at the very least that whatever it may be is likely toxic and maybe what caused the flaming, the condition of her the foam. Why exactly either she willingly or was forced to drink this is unclear, but it's definitely a substance that was used in this ritual.
I see. I start rinsing her mouth out with my canteen. Just clearing her of that substance to the best of my ability. Mrs. Snowcap, I hate to ask after you've been through as much, but do you have any minor healing capabilities that would bring her to consciousness potentially?
So is this like Will Daughter?
Yes, as far as we can tell.
I have a token for her. Let me move it out so you can see. Albeit it's not as it works. I'll make it big so it's more visible.
Will.
If not, that's fine. I will manage. Norlis starts.
Is she gonna attack me again?
No, right, you missed that. That wasn't Will Daughter, that was one of the hags changed into her form as a means of ambushing us when I did exactly what I did in an attempt to...
I did see her transform into that.
Okay. Yes, no.
I
I'm going to. I'm sensing Snowcap's hesitancy, so he's just going to start doing his best to tend to the wounds on her legs. Pouring diluting some alcohol in water to use it to treat the leech bite that now has shriveled up, and carefully removing as steadily as he can the glass and wood shards from her other knee.
Okay.
If you would like me to make a medicine check or what have you.
Make a medicine check.
Okay.
And
And
22,
I'm
I'm going to
bad.
describe something based off your. Okay.
That's pretty
You
good.
managed to do well with the leech bite, and then in regard to the process of removing the particulate matter, I guess the shards and things, you managed to do so carefully. I'd say carefully enough that you're able to kind of keep it intact without things kind of breaking further. And as you do so, you notice some of these little pieces of shards, pieces of wood, have little symbols on them. And as you kind of keep pulling out, eventually you pull out what seems to be a note made of like a little thing of leather. If you kind of unravel the leather, which is covered in blood, you would find what looks to be some type of, well, not really imagery, something written on a little piece of paper, which simply seems to. Actually, what languages do you know? Before I go on.
I can read all languages.
Okay. In a gobbledygook of a couple of different things, mostly a mixture of celestial and Sylvan and some other things, it seems to simply say, "This room will drown, but not for us, and not in a way that matters to the living. For hell shall open up, not here, but above. Directly, not. But in its place, we know. In that cave, the crystals."
That's the biggest note I've ever seen in somebody's
Okay,
leg.
I'm gonna be real. It's not that long. Let me actually rephrase it. It would just simply say, in this room. Actually, ignore the drowning thing. It would basically say, "In this room, it is not, but a portal shall emerge. In that place, with the crystals of blue."
Okay. I don't know what to make of that.
Actually, let me rephrase it. That and also, actually, I'll just write it out. But basic bit is you would hear it would be mentioned that a portal will open
Okay.
to Hel hell.
Okay.
Sorry, actually, no, Helheim. I forgot that part. Helheim. Not here, but in the room or cave with the crystals.
Okay. I said that. I didn't actually read that in the moment. I'm still tending to her wounds, but I will read that at some point. Yes. I'm just carefully and meticulously dressing her wounds, cleaning off her ear, wiping off the chalk off her face, saying, "I hope you'll excuse me. I'm sorry." Lifting her shirt, seeing if there's any additional wounds that need treatment. And after that, wrapping her in a blanket.
Okay, she doesn't seem. There's some obviously it looks like she's kind of bruised here and there, but there's not any clear other major injuries. It seems to be the biggest injury seems to have been the kneecap thing, which does look like it's gonna be awkward and painful to walk for a while, but you've definitely stopped the bleeding and removed the obstruction. She is still breathing.
Mr. Drott, do you detect magic from this fire here? Or anything else in this vicinity? The bag, the statues behind us.
How long does detect magic last
minutes.
for?
10 minutes.
But so yeah, then would I
Has
detect anything?
Has 10 minutes
Eh,
passed?
No.
I'd say a
probably
lot of this is real time, I think.
It's absolutely not real time. This session's been going for an hour and a half. We have not been an hour and a half of time.
A little bit, not fully, but somewhat. It's been okay. Well, I'll say towards the end you kind of get a little bit. I'll cheat a little bit. I kind of mixed up. I want to do things. Regardless, I'll say it seems to be magical, but the fire is dwindling by the time you kind of get here. It seems to be whatever ritual was meant to be is not potentially not completed, and the fire does not continually have a source towards it, and the blue flames are starting to lessen in hue. They seem to
Drop will
have
point to
a
anything
magical nature to
magical.
them. Okay.
Wait, did you say
That's
you
one
light a
thing I'm
torch
not
on
sure.
them?
Drop will point to anything magical.
Ah. Mr. Jevabu, would you do me a grand favor and snuff that fire? You have the ability to move water? I know that is a druidic one, but not certain if you have that or not.
Which fire do you wish me to put out?
The blue one, the one that's magical.
Okay. Okay. Is this can I first like check to like make sure this is like a fire? Can I like feel its heat? Can I like blow on it a little bit with my trunk to see if air affects it?
You may. You could try to do that. Roll a perception stuff. Actually, well, sorry. Let's do sleight of hand
Yeah, can I do perception?
to see if feel the
Sleight-
heat. Sure, that works too. I was gonna say sleight of hand for blowing. Okay, it's an odd choice maybe. Or I can just kind of let you blow.
Nah.
You can feel like heat from it, but it definitely is not the same kind. It's a lessened heat than it's. Well, actually, let me rephrase it. It doesn't. It's you feel like you feel heat at first, but as you kind of like place your hand a little bit more to it, you realize it's not really. It's kind of weird. Jevabu wouldn't really. Like, it actually, once you kind of hold it, it actually feels cold. It has like a cold, like presence to it. Then it feels kind of hot again, and then just cold. It's very weird. The flames are currently still dying down, but it's a very strange substance. I'd say
This is not a normal fire. Sorry, go on. Did you have more to say, Ian?
I'd say what I was going to say is you wouldn't recognize this, but I had given a name earlier. Normalists would recognize this as helganic fluid, which is a alchemical substance that's used for certain things. Generally, it's not the most common, but it is used for certain things, and some of those are a wide mix of things. Portal construction is one of those things, but it is a complex thing. But yes, regardless, Jevabu wouldn't know the term for this, nor have you seen anything quite like this before.
This is not a normal fire. I do not know if water would work to put it out. Perhaps I will have a way to disturb the ground enough underneath.
I mean, if that's the case, you can always just smother the fire. Is there a reason for your hesitancy in trying water? Are you worried something will happen? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
This
In my head.
This is nothing I have ever seen before. This is not a normal fire. The flames burn cold.
Yes, no, that is why I wish to extinguish it.
Either way, I do not have water.
A lot of water around. You could just put some in your trunk and then come back.
Drop will just use shape water to grab a bunch of water and dump it on the fire.
That is what I thought Jeremy might have. I did not think that Drop would have that. That's funny as hell, actually.
A bucket?
No, they have safe
Nope.
water. They have the safe
Oh,
water
I forgot
cantrip.
about that. Oh, it happened. Yeah, it happened the other day. Yeah, that was cool.
They used it a few sessions ago. I don't think you were there for that session.
I don't think I was now.
Okay, well, that was a fun session. Really, sorry. In terms of that use, that was a cool use for during that session. What I'll frame this as is okay. Once you do that, suddenly, the flames put out and a gas seems to emerge from, which is not massive in form because the flames die down, but it seems to like cool itself down or more so maybe warm itself. It's hard to even say, but it seems to form into a gas, which seems to form a singular ring that slowly begins to float up.
Shippy. But first of all, about the whole spine thing. So
I can hear that.
Yeah, no, I was also confused where that was coming from. Like,
Same.
I thought you were playing something through Roll20. I was like looking for the sound on my tab.
That'd be fun. No. Said that. Ooh. Might have been Jeff Boot, might have been Jonathan, might have been Cheesecake, I don't care. Regardless, what is this turning into meth? Okay, that's a fun image. I will say, after a little while, after a couple seconds, you can hear little droplets fall down. And it seems like whatever gas had formed up has precipitated. And now there's this blue little liquid, little splotches here and there along the ring. The fire's gone. You can now have a clear look at this strange crack formation, which looks like it was ground out from the from the area using maybe a shovel or large claws, possibly. It has a unique shape, and it does seem to be there seemed to have been an image on Will Daughter's cheek, which looks similar to the crack formation. Additionally, Draught, when you had magic, you would also have noticed that this is magical, and I'm not trying to set anything crazy into motion, but just for the sake of things, because I feel like this could reasonably be magical. This large potion, which seems to have some type of organ inside of it, is magical. And yeah.
Well, Drop's gonna open the chest first.
Okay. Upon opening the chest, you fail to open the chest. It seems to be locked.
I don't think I'll be able to pry my way into this one.
You have
Oh,
seen
never
in
mind.
the past.
I have a crowbar.
You have seen in the past, Normless use a spell that can open things.
He has also previously stated that he does not want to burn spell slots.
This is true.
If I open
Drops
it for you,
going
will leave it alone?
Nope, fuck you, crowbar. Drop's gonna take out his crowbar.
Is that the thing that I'm holding, Saint?
Yes.
Yeah, it.
Drop's gonna take out his crowbar. Can he get any leverage between the thing to pry it open?
I thought I saw something.
Try doing a, I guess, sleight of hand check. Yeah. But first of all, you're given the size of a chest. It's a big chest. It's bigger than you. It would be awkward to do so. But I'm saying if you really get the right angle, I think you could maybe do it. It'd be kind of hard. But do a sleight of hand check to determine how well you can kind of get from there if you actually can maintain it.
I'm literally using a crowbar to pry it open.
I know.
I-
Are you saying because of that you shouldn't use a sleight of hand?
Yeah, I don't know where the sleight of hand's coming in.
Okay, in that case, strength. Yeah, roll strength.
And I'm just gonna display the crowbar.
There's advantage on strength checks to have the crowbars. Oh, I forgot it actually did that. Okay. That's cool that it does so.
So a flat strength check or athletics?
Given its strength, I think strength. I mean, athletics would be. Strength seems fine. I think strength works. Not everything needs to be used athletics. Some things get default strength. You can't quite get it. It's a little hard to do, but you have advantage. That roll advantage, didn't it, somehow?
Because I can set it to roll at advantage.
Oh boy, 5 and 9. Okay. Yeah, it didn't. You can't quite get it open.
Gets points and gets expertise in athletics. I've used it like once.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, Drops just kind of fucking juke, trying to get the. He's gonna keep trying to get the fucking crowbar in a better position. Then, obviously it's not working, but he's not gonna stop trying. I'm not gonna roll ball.
Is this just a standard wooden chest, Ian?
It seems to be a large open chest. It has a
Open?
He said it's open.
You're
It's open.
crowbarring.
Who said it's open?
You
Who
just said it's open. You said it's a
Did I?
large open chest.
Oh, did I say open? I'm sorry. I misspoke fully. No, you don't get it open yet.
Aw.
It seems to be a large chest but seems to be made of wood and some type of metal. And it has a clear keyhole in it. And there seems to be kind of a odd frowning face surrounding the keyhole.
Listen, Amethyst, as much as, yes, I see the key too, Tourmaline definitely did not walk over there while everything's happening over here and find the key.
I saw this key last session.
When you were dragging things underwater? Doubtful.
No! I dragged the body up here first, and I was letting it. And I saw the key and left it to talk to Trin.
Last session, I actually had the token of the Noken up for the almost the entirety of the session. I didn't do anything with it, and it was right next to the key.
Okay. I did. Okay.
The Noken, the kind in your hand.
I've never saw that creature here because I was standing on this spot.
It was there.
I made it invisible for like the latter 20% of like the latter, not half, but I guess pseudo quarter. What do you call 20% of something?
20%.
I'm sorry.
A fifth.
Whatever.
A fifth.
Okay, I guess a fifth. Yeah, a fifth of the latter fifth of a session.
Okay.
Okay.
That's...
Yeah, I think Noah did have a good point. You might have forgotten the key. Yeah, if you feel like you've seen the key before.
I think they gave a
sure.
justifiable enough reason.
Okay, yeah. I'd say you go get the key. And the little Nokin's like, shit, okay, I can't even make that case now. Okay. And she comes back
This
with a key.
Nokin is not being let go.
Okay, also, I will mention, Jevu, since you're right next to here, there does seem to be a lot of... There's two empty vials on that were quite large. There's a large jug made of glass with what looks to be a rather large heart inside. And there seems to be blood on the table. And there seems to be like some type of writing on it, but you can't, like, it seems to be kind of fully engulfed in blood, so it's hard to really read.
Writing on the table?
There's a note that's in the blood,
Because-
and because it's soaked up the blood,
Oh,
the writing's not really visible.
Sorry.
Like it's maybe you could pick out a couple words if you tried, but
Understood. Okay. Okay, I'm going to examine the potion. You said how many did you say there were? At least one
there's two empty vials and one large jug with yellow liquid in it
vial?
that has a large heart inside.
Okay.
And there's also some blood
Okay,
in the.
I'm
It's
gonna
like a
grab
mixture
it.
of like, yeah, there's like a mixture of blood, and I'd say it's kind of like there's a bit of blood in the fluid, kind of mixed around. You can kind of notice it because of red little striations.
Okay. I'm gonna. I think Jevabu probably thinks this is probably a dragon heart. I don't know if Jevabu probably has never seen a dragon heart, but can I do like a nature or medicine check? Or probably
Medicine, I'm
nature
just gonna
check
say.
to
I think they could
medicine.
both work.
Okay.
I feel a little strong with medicine just because it's an organ.
Okay. Pretty sure. Oh, 4.
Yeah, you're not sure what heart this could be of.
Okay.
Do you need help identifying that, Jagavu?
Yes, this is one I'm unfamiliar with. I believe it could be dragon heart that we have been looking for, but
What check should I
I've
do?
never seen one to compare.
Medicine.
There it is.
Cat kind of looks at the heart.
They rolled a 29, Ian. I mean 21.
Okay. Using what? Okay, there's no cap. It's been a while. But you remember a couple years ago, you had came back from, you had kind of, one of the warriors from your village had came back and had apparently slain a dragon. And as proof, they kind of had some of its organs. Its heart included. This looks like that. It's not like other parts. It definitely has some little scale portions to it. Has some additional chambers. It's a lot thicker in certain areas. It's you recognize it from that time, and your understanding of medical things when it comes to cardiovascular are not like are not deep. They're not like something you can go too far. But you definitely recognize this. And you know from other animals you've killed, it looks nothing like the hearts of,
Yeah.
rabbits
My
or things
anatomical
like that.
knowledge.
Yeah. It's certainly a dragon heart, for at least from what you think. I mean, there's possible that certain monster hearts are more varied, but at least you've seen a dragon heart before, and this is what it looks like, definitely.
Jagavu, this is a dragon heart. We've been looking for one of these.
Ah. Yes, we can return to the dragon at the like steps where we entered.
You want to take it?
Sure, I will hold on to this. Jebu's gonna take it. And that's going in the inventory.
I think it was you, dude.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, I remember that, but asking just in case.
The seed was picked out by Trot. You have it in your hand. It's in like the little cage like substance. It's a large seed.
Also, what do I see on the table? You mentioned the writing.
There seems to be a note that's covered in blood.
Now covered in blood.
Well, thankfully,
it's
I
open
can
blood.
read blood, so...
I can read anything. Looks at it. It's all smudged. I can't read this.
I'm pretty sure.
Because, like, I fully imagine large portions of that paper are just illegible.
Ian?
Okay, I'm sorry. My mom's outside, and I keep hearing her say "yay," and I'm trying to figure out what that is. Okay,
Is it like dried? Like,
it's not dry. It's well, some of it's still dry, but it's just a lot of blood. It looks like they might have, well, gotten some blood from a certain someone from a knee injury, but also maybe other sources. Also, given there's some empty vials. Regardless, it seems to have soaked up a lot in the piece of paper. If you want to read it, I'm going to ask you to do a Oh boy. Well, I'll say this. As written, you can kind of, with your passive perception, I say you can pick out a couple words. If you want to try to do something funky to try to, if you have some special means to kind of remove the blood without damaging the paper of ink, you can try, or if a graphite, whatever tool they use, you're not sure. You could try to suggest something.
I could
But
I could dab up the blood. That shouldn't damage it. But like the blood that is soaked in should still make the paper somewhat legible
You see,
if it's written in ink.
blood is 70% water. And, we learned recently that, Drought has a cantrip that allows the movement of water.
And they've done some things where they've removed substances out of. Yeah, the session you were gone, they proved they can do some wacky shit with it, so they could try.
I would argue it is magic, so it's much more specific over what it actually does.
Okay.
It specifies water.
Ah, good point. I guess that made sense because the thing you did clear out some substance from a water elemental.
Yeah, I didn't use it to like directly pull that out. I basically pulled the water around it and took it with it.
Yeah. So if you remove water from this, it would just remove the water in the blood, which would just, I don't know, leave like molecules and other stuff. It wouldn't produce a good outcome. And even then, you might not even be able to do that because it's technically not water; it's blood.
What can I read from it right now?
Okay. What you can read? Let me see. Easy. You see the words. Let me see. Where is it? I just had this. Bro, I just had. I just. Oh, there we go. Ingredients. Siligo, optional. Siren kidney, preferably from Trine or similar individual. Sacrifice. That is beautiful and has the skin of blue or white. Stones of shale and granite that have been aligned. Many instant blue flames, sir. That's what you get.
Lago. This is a recipe for. Probably a recipe for disaster, but. I'm not sure how useful this is going to be for us. And that's all I'm going to do with it.
Okay.
You're still furiously trying to get into this fucking thing with the crowbar.
Gerard, do you want some help?
If any of you have ever actually tried to like use a crowbar or something, you know, just gotta keep fucking going at it.
At this point, Tourmaline's back and she has a key. Are you dangling the key? Are you kind of hiding it in your palms, Tourmaline, or what's going on? Or are you just gonna let Drought do his thing? Or try to?
I'll dangle the key in front of Dwight.
Drop will try and snatch it.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand, I guess. Unless you feel like athletics makes more sense. I think sleight of hands. This is the time to use it. I think they try to grab it from her hand. Okay. I don't know how to do this against. Sure. Tourmaline. Unless you have a better idea, roll acrobatics to like twist your hand back if you're trying to like make it so they can't pick it up. Okay, they managed to do a drop jump and get it, and they kind of grab it in the most effective manner, which or a
With
more
their
effective
teeth.
manner than your, that. It pulls it down out of your hand. They have the key now.
And they also
we'll use
nick
it
one
to
of your
op-
fingers because they were not super accurate. You are bleeding profusely. You die.
Drop will use the key to open the chest.
Okay, you
It's the
open
wrong
it.
key.
You see it works. It seems to open up. It's a black space. You look down. You can see a couple feet down. There's shadowy darkness. It's not like just a floor. It looks like, actually I'd say like 7 feet down you can see, and then it's shadowy darkness. This chest does not seem to be 7 feet tall at all. It seems to only be like 3 feet tall. Right? Well, sorry, let's say 4 feet. This is bigger than you.
Now, when they had detect magic up, did you say they detected
Yes,
magic
I did.
inside the chest?
I did.
Or the chest?
I said the chest.
Okay.
I take the paper, like the ingredients list thing, and just drop it in the chest.
Okay. It gently kind of, well, actually, since it's full of blood, it kind of just flats down a splatter. Then after a couple seconds, you hear something.
Chickens?
You hear a slight audio. Yeah, that's what you hear. You hear a slight clucking sound from below, deep below.
Drop would like to try and lift the chest.
Okay. Do a strength check. It's quite heavy. You kind of lift it up for a little bit, but then just kind of drop it. However, you're able to kind of make it clear enough, at least, that it seems to not go 7 feet down from the outside. Like you could feel your hand beneath it, and you felt like a bottom, which seems weird.
I would like to remind you, Drot can lift 600 pounds.
Okay, wait, what? Why?
Because I've got 20 strength.
Fuck. Okay, sure. You know what? Yeah, I guess it's fair. I forgot that. I forgot that. Oh yeah, wait. I forgot that Drot's like a fucking muscle creature. Okay, yeah. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting that. You should be. Okay, I keep forgetting that. I don't know. Maybe it's because when you were tiny, I kind of got an idea of what your character was like. But no, you're super strong. Okay, yeah, you're able to lift it up. I'd
Drot
say
is like, I
yeah,
dump
you-
everything into strength and charisma. It's like Drot has like garbage everything else.
I assumed that for some reason I just assumed that because you were doing warlock, a lot of it was going to be in your charisma, and there was a way to kind of go around that. But yeah, no, I forgot you had big strength. You're a muscle house. Okay, regardless, yeah, you seem to pick this thing up, and you don't feel that in this bottom. You can feel bottom. Do you let it down with a thud, or do you let it down slightly?
I let it down slightly.
Okay. Is it open at all, or did you close the lid?
I probably would have closed it just to, actually open it. To actually attempt to pick it up.
Okay. And what do you want to do now, I guess? Whale Daughter is somewhat patched up. The fire's gone. The stew's doing whatever. The writing was thrown down the pit. You guys are clucking. You still have the little creature in hand, Tourmaline. But actually, one thing I will mention that's still present is this large statue. It seems to be of, well, some figure. Some would probably make the guess it's Ran, given the mention of this Temple of Ran as the thing that was mentioned this place was, so it could be that person. Who exactly that was kind of differs. So besides regarding who you are, some people have no clue who that is. Others would probably know exactly who that is. Regardless, there's a bit of grime here or there. Some natural, some not so natural. And there's a bit of obvious, graffiti. Other than, I guess, as I mentioned that, other than, I guess, the notice of that, what do you guys want to do? Or will you do?
I asked earlier, I don't know if you answered, are any of the statues magical? Like, does Drod detect it?
From what?
The statues?
The statues?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't really
the
view this horse as
statues.
being here, I'm sorry. The statue. Okay, so I forgot there was a horse. Ignore the horse part, I guess. I'd say, yeah, I guess, yeah. Given you saw it move its head in a strange manner, I'd say, yeah, it could be magical.
Yeah, no,
It would seem magical.
I don't remember being told that at all, actually.
That the
Yeah.
head moved?
No.
Last session that happened twice.
I
You
was a
didn't
week ago.
remember it because it was focused on the conversation. It was focused in regard to the person that showed up. They did that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was mentioned that it turned its head and then like something happened and then later it turned its head back.
Right.
Also this, do you guys intend, well actually, I don't even need to ask it. I'll just kind of let you guys do what you need to do.
Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me again, sorry.
I think we throw the fish man into the chest.
No.
Why not?
Wait, do you know what the chest needs?
Not quite.
Would you like to?
No.
I'm hearing yes.
I say we throw him in there.
No. I can't climb back out. It's steep, I think.
Mhm,
And also,
mhm.
there's the pet down there.
What?
Find out.
Oh,
Some
Drop
of
will
you
open the
might-
chest.
No. Don't do it. No. please.
Didn't you mention that there was a really big pet of the hags?
Oh.
She has this 2 pets. The big thing in the chest thing.
What is the chest thing?
I don't fully know.
Listen, I'm not one to willfully snuff out life. That is not my modus operandi. But to our knowledge, as it stands, you have been working for hags. And right now I think you are lucky we haven't outright slain you just for that. They are abominations and cruel forces of nature. And I think you need to give us a solid, genuine reason to allow you to live at this point.
I know a lot of stuff about this place. I can tell you things as you go on. I can tell you where to find anything, any of the portals, any of the like river meeting hags might be. I can tell you whatever you need.
Where's the string?
The what? The yarn is.
I think you might need to be a bit more specific, Mr. Snowcap. That you know what string you mean. I barely know what string you mean. This small
The
creature
bowstring.
certainly does not know what string you mean. What bowstring?
The
That is also
bowstring.
very... You need to provide more detail, friend.
Like where would what does it have a special name? Is it a special type of string?
Yes, no.
It goes to
Like-
this bow.
You mean the bow
Okay.
that they've
Bow.
never seen before?
I've never seen that, but well,
Yes.
But they should notice that it has the cold aura around it.
Let me think. Oh wait. I think I know. Is it Skilba's string? Yeah, I think that's it. Do you think she has it? Yeah. It's the Skilba is a nasty hag of frost and hatred and wickedness and what are other things. She's not the nicest. Wait.
It
What?
was pretty useful.
Okay, wait a second. Wait a second. Where is the... I'm sorry, I'm looking up a word. Oh, wait, shit. Why is this not... Why am I not finding what I'm looking for? Where is this? There we go. Yes, Gregilfa is a... Wait, no, that's Gregilfa. Gretskilba, there we go. Gretskilba. That's who... Sorry, that's what I meant to say. If it's not... Gretskilba. The Frostgraven, that's her. She's the one of the wickedest hags here. Some say she's
Oh, she's
lesser
here.
to Grachilda, and some say she's not. Her location varies, and this isn't her only base of operations, but currently she should be here. Probably next to the portal they were trying to open. Oh wait. Shit.
Okay. And
Fuck, what's
who was the hag we just fought?
I guess I told you enough already. Yeah, it was Gregilfa the Wicked. And her henchmen, or her lesser haggings. I mean, wait, let's see, lesser. I think the one over there that liked to eat lungs was Lung Stealer, and then I think there was one called Javala. She was really ugly too, but you know.
And why do you work for the hags again?
It's a long story, but I made some deals in the land I was at that I didn't know who it was for, and then stuff happened, and then more stuff happened, and it got complicated. Also, I didn't want to stay in a certain place forever. Wasn't here. I was on a different plane. I want to see places.
Right. So, not to say that I'll fulfill it, but what is your ideal scenario here, little creature?
You let
And
me
then
go.
back to a different plane.
That's your ideal, just we let you go.
No idea. I guess if you kill other hags, I'll probably be good, but then there's Gretchilda, and she'll eventually find me, so...
Right, okay.
Is there any way to free you from the hags?
I think killing Gretchilda would work, but that's not the only way. If you can
Go
get
on.
my... If you can get my kidney, I should be good.
Oh, and where might that be?
A couple guesses. It wasn't here. I thought it would be here. I think it's upstairs. Or Gretchilda has it. But maybe, if I'm lucky... Oh shit, unlucky. Wait a second. Wait. Oh, fuck. Wing Lady, I think?
Okay.
It depends. They pass it around. In a jar.
What are your capabilities? Are you
I
some
can
important...
get to places.
What does
I
that
can open-
mean?
Can you let me use my hands?
Wait,
No,
can I do like
I
an
can let you use your
check?
Not
words.
yet.
Can I do an insight check on this creature to see like
He's lying.
what? Yeah.
Ian,
Yeah, do an insight. What would you roll?
12. They rolled a 12.
You think there's might be a chance they're telling the truth, but there might be. You're not actually fully confident. It's hard to tell. Like you think they'd be lying to you, but this time around they seem genuine. But it's still hard to be certain.
Can I try
It
to
seems-
intimidate them?
How? To do what?
Intimidate.
I'm gonna go to the chest and just open and close it, going nom 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 nom. Gonna put you in there.
To see how strong you are.
So can I roll intimidation for that?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll dangle them over the chest.
Yeah, bad rolls.
Don't do that. Shit. Okay. I can. I know my things that I can swim fast, but if I'm in the water, I can open things and get to places faster than I could otherwise. Little gates.
Is that just for you or for others as well?
Well, it depends. I can also sense other gates. Like right now, there's one trying to open.
Lighted us where?
In our
Like-
immediate vicinity?
Can you let me point?
Sure.
You can nod.
It's hard to nod. Like you point to somewhere and I nod if it's yes or no, or what do you mean?
You can move
Oh,
your
where is
I-
it?
Shift my head?
Yes, shake your head in the direction.
Okay. They stick their head right along here. I think I can let it open, I think. It's not, it's weird. I don't, it feels different, by the way. It's like a, a different feeling. It's shifting. It's getting closer to you.
Oh, the portal is moving.
It's not really there yet, but it can open. I think it can. It needs like a push. I
Can you
don't think
tell
the
where it
person
will
knows.
lead to?
You
Hard
think the
to say.
person what?
Warmer than here?
Oh,
Do you want me to try? I can just kind of think about it. It'll do a thing.
You think the person what?
I think I don't. I think the person's from a warm place. That's all I can really tell. If you let me move closer to it, I can tell things. Normally it's water portals. This one's not one of those. I don't know why. What is this different? I thought I'd keep quiet. It's been there for like, well, it's been moving around. I've noticed it for a while. Wasn't sure to tell you since wasn't sure if it was who's doing it was. But now I think I can, maybe.
Do the hacks have any weaknesses that we can exploit?
Sorta?
I mean, beyond their innate greed, not typically.
If there's someone they're really, really afraid of, and you can prove that person's coming, they'll get spooked. If you can... Just by killing some of their own's not gonna do much. They're too greedy for that. They think too much of themselves. Fire, maybe? Yeah, I don't know if you can melt her. I don't know. Oh, I know one. There's this guy with tattoos. He showed up once and they didn't like that. And he freed a bunch of the slaves. That was a while ago, though. Okay, people are rolling a bunch of insights. So far, they seem most...
the same roll.
Oh, intimidation. Oh.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
that was the
spooked.
chest. Nom nom nom.
Oh, so I thought. Oh, more recent things.
No, that was him.
It was filling his
grabbing
trunk
your
with water and
chest.
spraying it at the graffiti. Okay, yeah. Jev's cleaning up for graffiti. Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out whether it's a benefit or a negative to keep you
Let me
alive
open
at
the
this
portal?
point.
Oh. What about the portal? Can I let it open? I want to see.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
You let it open.
To be clear, it might open up on its own. I don't know. But I can definitely do the thing to make it happen.
Yes, no.
Okay. Do you want any more information? I know like one more thing about it.
Go on.
I don't know who's on the other side. And none of us are in fighting form currently, so no. I don't want to invite a potential
I can
danger.
tell you, I see. I can like, sometimes some letters of their name comes up, and this one's an M.
Yes, no, that does not help at all.
Okay.
Why? Why? Okay.
I'm tempted and curious. Could be someone with style.
I have a friend who is unconscious. Both Drott and Mrs. Drott and Mrs. Snowcap are barely standing. My spell capabilities are nearly entirely used. I don't know how Mrs. Deverbu and yourself, Miss Tormany, seem healthy, but I don't know how you are, resource-wise. But we are not in fighting form.
The portal's like 3 inches wide.
3 inches?
That's huge.
That's fucking gigantic.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh
it would
my
like, well, if it were open, I think it'd be 4 inches wide. That's what it seems like.
You get a
Oh,
hand
no,
in there, maybe.
Uh,
It might be
wanna see
open for a
what
couple
happens.
seconds if we do it.
I
That's
guess
all. That's fine.
if it's only that big and you can say that confidently, if you're lying, I will kill you.
I will not hesitate to squash him like a bug.
And like he kind of just fucking gives him a blank stare, unfeeling.
Mm,
Godspeed.
Nonetheless, would you mind moving over to Drot and smoke up?
I'm currently having Whale Daughter rest in my lap, but you are not seeing that. Because this is a 2D map. So I am not able to just move freely is what I'm saying. I have an unconscious friend I'm trying to make sure it is okay and remains breathing. Go on. Open the portal, I suppose. You said you could do it with your mind.
I think I can. It's hard. Shit. Ugh. Ah. Ooh, it hurts. That's what? Suddenly, you see a little bit of flame emerge near your feet, more or less, maybe a couple inches from your shoe. It forms a little circle on the floor, and you
Okay.
can see
Into
someone.
hell.
You can see what looks like a ceiling, and you hear a voice. Actually, did the person?
Yes?
I'm waiting on the person to speak.
Oh.
I thought it was gonna do a bit more setting, but all right.
No, you can say something else. You don't have to say that.
No, I just thought it was gonna do more setting. Anyway, the probably a voice you've not heard for a while would be coming through the portal in a fairly monotone and brief way. Nonetheless, Abaddon dead. I'm fixing. Where's Soul go? Need it back.
Is this
P.S. Pick up Sending Stone.
God, I don't know how I feel. Since that is how you did their voice, but that's also just your normal voice. But regardless, that is what
that's
happens.
their voice. Does the portal close immediately after?
Yeah, it closed. It takes like a couple seconds to close. So what you heard was you heard a voice that seemed to be Moritar. They said some things, and then it closed. The fire kind of slides out, reverse forming, and just kind of puffs in a bit of smoke.
Oh, I'm just chock full of good news today, aren't I? I don't have the sending stone. I don't know what he wants. Okay. Gods above.
So if not only does not have the Sending Stone, Moritar's probably been assailing someone who has the Sending Stone right now for like however many days.
Abaddon has it.
Had.
Oh my.
Had. Okay. I don't particularly wish to shed more blood. I think this small creature's being truthful enough. Either way,
Should
we
we do
need
it?
to rest.
Is Abaddon short for Abidontist?
No, it is not. Not to my knowledge.
Oh.
Out of the ether, you just hear a very, very faint.
No.
A fucking what?
Oh. Okay, good. I was worried this was a... Okay, good. Alright.
I can
Okay,
set
question.
up a perimeter that will allow us a safe rest. The issue is, well, size.
The piggins sleep outside.
Yes, no, but I don't particularly like that, so...
I'll be fine.
I mean, like, logistically speaking, they are the least fucked up.
Jevabu and Tourmaline would know that the person that was here trying did say this room was safe.
Mhm.
Yes, no, I didn't hear that, and they didn't tell me that, so...
Yeah, they did speak pretty softly.
I'm going to, Mr. Jevabu, would you do me the favor of, keeping an eye on, my friend here? I'm going to go, spend a duration setting up the alarm spell at the entrance to this room. And then I'll spend some time, putting up a safe space for the majority of us to rest without worry. I do think that all of us could fit in. It would require sleeping largely on top of, at the very least, you yourself, Mr. Jevabu. But I do believe we all could fit. It's a 10-foot radius sphere, which is hard to
Do we-
draw.
We are not all fitting in there.
We are not.
It's fine. Let me figure out how to draw this. Ellipse. Alright, so... right around there. Let me recenter it. Have that, please. Yeah, like that. So... if Jevabu moved to the top and formally moved to the bottom, everyone else could fit in on the sides.
I can hardly fit
Wait,
on.
and you're choosing to include the area the chest is in?
No.
Also, this statue is here, by the way. Okay.
That was just like an example of how
yeah,
big it is.
Okay,
it's literally
okay.
just where I was drawing it.
Okay, I would like to, yeah. The where you place it might matter.
Let's say where there's nothing then, right?
Oh.
Here.
Oh.
I would have a whale daughter right next to myself. And I'd also establish a perimeter at the entrance to this room with an alarm spell.
Your comments?
Could you drag whale daughter in, please? Ian?
Where do you want to put them?
Right next to
specifically?
me. Right here.
Okay.
Miss Tourmaline, you can go right there. Mr. Jevabu, you can fit right there.
No.
It's okay. It's a little snug, but I think...
I am going to Corla.
Alright.
withdraw and snuck out.
Do you hold the Noken
I was about to
still,
say,
or
do you
what?
release the Noken? I said that Norla said he doesn't want to kill him, basically.
I don't want to kill him either, but he could prove useful.
Into the chest.
No.
Are you gonna let me
So
go?
I would
Hmm.
also, because we're taking, I want to ID the staff I got in the other room.
I mean, like, do you have identify?
Then I have a
I mean-
scroll of Sanctify. Or I might not, I don't know if I do.
I mean, just like inspect it.
You're not gonna be able to tell much beyond maybe that it's magical.
I mean, you could look at details of what it is, and like, but you're not gonna imagine. There's no way to like know for certain where it is. I can describe it to you.
Sure.
It's a it seems to be a like wooden staff with a this like crystal at the top, and it's cold to the touch and seems to kind of like let me just look at the image for a second. I have an image for it. Yes, and sorry. There's also some runes carved into the staff, and there is a good bit of ice kind of along the top, little bits of it, not huge amounts, but bits of it kind of dangling from the little curvature of the top of the staff where it kind of curves and holds the gem, and the gem itself is covered in a bit of ice and frost.
Okay.
Not hugely, just minorly.
I don't particularly keep watch while I'm in here, but if everyone wanted to take a single watch throughout the night,
He's already fast asleep.
I don't mind keeping watch throughout
I
the
could
night.
also identify items, and Mr. Drudge said, I guess he does not get items identified. That sucks for him.
Drot has had a ringer. He has not had a long rest and has the shit kicked out of him repeatedly over the course of this day.
Why are you
Based-
moving me?
Oh, why are you right there?
Because they're sleeping on
Because
top
I'm
of each other.
coiled up with these people.
Yeah,
Tourmaline is in a cuddle pile.
yeah,
Okay, with Snowcap and okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
said
have
this.
Snowcap
They
out
said
my
this.
chest and
Ah,
Drod is
okay.
in my tail.
Okay, what about? Do you have in your hand this little guy, or do you let him go?
Yeah, Mr.
I'm
If
Drudge-
not, Jellybu's gonna. If not, Jellybu's gonna tie him up.
Yeah, time up.
I don't think that's going to keep a Fae for long, but you can certainly try.
I don't plan on resting. I'll keep watch.
The whole night?
Indeed.
No,
You need rest.
absolutely not.
I will take. Well, hang on.
No,
all
no.
of us are.
Let's just ask the important
I will-
question. Why are we keeping him?
Them.
Don't push your luck.
Wait, Tourmaline. Wait, where did you say that Tourmaline was like
He
holding
can
Snowcap?
navigate. No? We've saw him in 3 different locations, so he must know this place relatively well.
That's
So-
no reason to keep a
He
creature
can navigate
hostage.
for us.
We're not just going. They're their own sentient life. We are not enslaving them. We are not forcing them.
He's not enslaved. Once we get to where we need to go, I'll let him go.
Tourmaline, wait, where did you say you were like having Snowcap?
On my chest.
Small one. I'm sorry. It's incredibly rude of me. What is your name?
Me?
Yes, you. Yes.
Oh, I'm Vanoken, but
That you
wow,
are.
it's been
is
a
that
long time since
is that
someone's
a
asked me that. Yay!
title or
You could call me. Oh shit. I forget.
Um,
Oh,
Fuck.
that's
how does the
that's sad.
name?
Oh wait. Oh yeah, that's it. I don't. They took my name. That's the other thing. They took my kidney and my name.
Okay,
They
let's
took
call
your
you
name.
Tim. How does Tim sound?
Where's that from? Is that from the south?
I don't know. I made it up
Is
on
it-
the spot.
Isn't there like a helping kingdom?
Okay,
Oh.
how about Richard? I don't. Listen, work with me here. I don't care what
Richard
to
makes
call
me
you.
feel bad.
Nicholas.
How about knock? Can we just do
Yeah.
that?
That works. Yes.
That
No, I just knock. Is
Richard
that-
makes me feel bad.
What?
Richard's a not fun name. I don't like that name.
Whatever you say, Dick. Knock. Is that apprehensible to you? You help us once we've rested, and then we let you on your way, potentially with your freedom as well, because our goal currently is to slay the hags.
I'm tempted to go in the water and get stuff. Can I do that?
I
Come
think
back?
I think the consensus is no, unfortunately. I personally think to let you go, but I am no ruler of this group. It is democracy here.
I'm cool with sitting, crisscross applesauce. That's open to a. If that's it's really a foreign saying, not native here. I think that's what they say in Stell.
All right.
Anyway, or maybe the place like, ooh, wait. The people in Vanaheim said
I wish
that.
to proceed with forward so that we might introduce the person who's been waiting 3 hours while we are jibber-jabbering away about inane details.
Okay. I have a question. I have 2 questions. One, what is the order of which you intend to leave watches? And 2, given you guys are in this particular place, and given you have the scrolls necessary, and also some other things, and you've done what was asked, does the person who knows what I'm talking about intend to do what they're wanting to do during this long rest? Given this may be your best chance to do so.
I don't think.
No, you're not the person I'm asking.
That's
Well,
funny.
excuse me.
Is it me?
If you wait, does the person not know what I'm talking about? Oh,
I think you should,
Um,
Ian, I think you should send a
if-
DM.
Okay, good. I
Wait,
think the person who I think they know.
Okay.
Maybe they'll send me
Yeah.
something.
would I be able to?
I'm taking first watch, and identifying any items that people hand me.
I'm handing the staff.
going to hand him that short sword, dagger, whatever it is.
Hand me that booty instead. A wooga.
I will
Um,
smack you with my tail.
Bull.
A wooga.
Oh, but I get question marks when I say I submit. Hypocrisy, I say.
Yeah, no, because there was no context and the message was 4 days old. Yes, that was odd. I'm sorry.
The context is crystal clear.
I knew what you
What?
meant, but it was still weird.
I
That
don't-
should have been a quicker response. It's fine, Ian. It's okay.
Okay.
All I'm saying is Nautilus is a widowed with a house and a stable job when he chooses to turn to it.
He is quite literally daddy. Must I say more?
I was going to say he's a very easy setup for having an accident while he's out adventuring and inheriting all his will.
That's funnier.
Alright.
Hmm.
So I will say we can either end now, or we can do we can do the watches and then end, along with certain other things that may
I
occur when
think
you're
getting the
sleeping.
watches out of the way is wise, but that's my take.
Yeah.
I will say, it might go a lot longer than you're expecting it to, and what I mean is,
That's
Is-
life.
not everything, but some of the watches might take a while. And what I mean is, I planned for it to. Originally, I was expecting half a session to be the watches.
Oh my god. Yeah.
There are 3 different people who have special shit going on at least, albeit 2 now.
I know I have something special while I'm asleep, not during my watch. But
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. But okay, yeah. So if you want to have proper time for that, for everyone's feeling, we can do. As it might get cut off halfway. So
No, I think this is a good ending point then, because I feel like mine in particular might go unnecessarily long because we jibber jabber real well. That's a positive comment. I didn't word it that way, but that was a positive comment.
Yeah, even with with not doing one of them, there's still some stuff, a lot of stuff that might be happening.
Thanks. So let's cruise into boons.
Okay.
My
give
boon
my
point goes to Jebaboo. I'm jumping in there first because I want to give mine to Jebaboo about the horns and the jokes around it.
That's very fair. I give my boon point to Snowcat for. I make no mistake. I hate it. I actually hate this, but headcanoning Toxic Yowie with Yagrum. I think that's fucking hilarious. I do, in fact, hate it, but I think that's hilarious.
It or him?
I hate the Toxic Yowie headcanon. It's what I hate. Can I give a second boon point? I don't do that often, Ian.
Oh yeah.
Give a boon point to Cheesecake for fucking suffering through 3 hours of us being idiots in silence.
I'm not gonna lie. I did have something for them to voice, and it never came up.
That's rough.
I won't say. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it never came up.
Yeah, but
I
would like to give a second boon point to Cheesecake for being submitted to that. They need something as a payment.
Yeah, I feel a little. I gave some other options, but I do recognize it's kind of not rest. Originally, I was gonna let them voice a different character, but you happened to do something that would basically make that impossible because they died.
I
Apologies.
am giving mine to Tourmaline because intimidation, like just interrogating, just holding and interrogating that creature. Nokin.
Yeah, a Nokin.
I don't remember Tourmaline doing an intimidation check.
Well, I don't mean like intimidation, as in like I mean just like
Continuously holding the little fella, which I think she's still. Wait, did you guys? I don't even know, you guys let them actually do that, or if they're still technically holding them. That was never actually determined.
I think we tied them up.
Oh yeah, you tied. I forgot that. I forgot you tied them up. Okay, there we go. I was unsure if we were gonna have a sequence where you open the hand and try to tie them up, and they might try to get free or not. I don't know. We didn't do that. But yeah, I'll say we tied up. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. Let's see. I'll go with my boom point to let's see. Yagrum for the for number 1. Yeah, it's sitting through that. But yeah, it was kind of a weird session to introduce a new character. I totally get why. And then yeah, not just that, but also yeah, the other half of the Snowcap Yagrum relationship that got yeah, that was real hot and cold. It all happened real fast. Yeah, and I think we're all sad to see that go.
Yeah, we're all sad about Toxic Yowie.
You know, I don't mind that my character wasn't introduced this session. Hell, I didn't mind sitting through a 3 and quarter hour of this session. It was fun. What hurt me was the Yowie. It hurt me on a physical level on account that it's now canon.
Wait, it's canon now? What?
I get.
No,
I-
you made
What? Who-
Snowcap
what? Yeah,
sound
what?
so
It's canon?
disgustingly torn up. Yes, it's canon. Snowcap was
It
gay
is-
for
what?
Yagram.
Who made that
You just made it happen.
How is that
What do you
canon?
mean?
How did I fucking
Who
make
made
this?
that canon?
You
I
made.
like
You
this as an
did
argument.
I
this.
said it wasn't canon. I said it wasn't canon when you asked.
I didn't hear that.
Like, if you voice something, and unless it's like, wait,
The way I understood it, you were kind of just fanboying for Yagram, kind of be like, "You would never do it. Yagram Senpai would never hurt me." Like, bro, he would fucking stab you all in the back.
What's wrong with men having friends?
That's not friends.
Bro, that's not friends. That is fucking
you know
fifth
what?
grade.
It's toxic yaoi. Like, it's not normative yaoi.
No. We all know it's toxic. We all know.
It's no, it's nothing. No, quit fucking Canada.
Look at what they did to my boy.
The massacre, my boy.
So, who's your boom point to then?
There's already memes about it.
I'm considering a few people right now. The 45 I've got aimed at my skull. That one might deserve a boom point. I will give one to Drot for the Chomp Chomp. That was very,
Yeah, that
very
was
clever.
hilarious.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
I think it's just
Me? Yeah.
Amethyst now, and then you.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
back.
Amethyst. Boom point time for you.
Talk about timing,
No.
goddamn.
Wait, did anyone give Tourmaline a boom point? Oh, yes, one person did.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just had to run somewhere. I will give my point to Drop for full on sending it.
Yeah.
For full on trotting it.
50 boom
Right.
points achieved.
Oh, you're about to get 50. Yeah, I'm gonna give 2. I feel bad for giving another to Drot, but I want to give Drot for a different thing they did. For falling directly asleep and losing that possibility to have their items identified. I felt that was really nice. That was like a very in character thing to do.
Yes.
And I feel like in the past you might not do characters who did something like that, but I'm happy. The
I
second one I'll
agree.
give to Cheesecake, which I try not to give it for the same reasons people ever do, but yeah, I'll basically because yeah, you worked with me over stuff. We had a bunch of stuff set up for a session. It didn't quite come to it, and I'm happy we kind of so you weighed regardless, and I'm happy that you were here for stuff.
My pleasure.
But